Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out today's Friday pre-flight. This is number 25. So for 25 weeks in a row, we've had a Friday pre-flight. Kind of cool. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I know the audience will build as we get further into the show. Usually it takes about 2 minutes before people get the notifications on YouTube and they start to move over from whatever they're doing. Although right now, if you didn't know this, my buddies over at Midnight's Edge are live with Tom Conkle, so that's probably affecting our viewership at the moment, which is totally fine. They'll join us later. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about, and thank goodness it's Friday. We have the sentiment shared here by Grin Akuma saying, "Hail, Culture Casino, happy Friday. Remember that Raylos are weird, Solo lost money, FK gay, F Naughty Dog, and F Coca-Cola." Yeah, those are interesting sentiments that many will share with you, my friend. So there you are. Lord Thos's afternoon, everyone. Afternoon to you, my friend. One of the modrotics over there on Gary's channel, Nerdrotic, where we're going to actually enjoy Friday Night Tights today. It'll be a lot of fun, unique opportunity, good times. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see you over there tonight. And of course, that kicks off the big shows in the evening. Friday Night Tights, you have Friday Night Frolics, and several other shows that go after that in the form of after parties and things, including one that I get to hang out on every once in a while, which is over there hanging out with Ord's Board. So if you want to see some of your YouTube pals and some of your buddies from the chats smash into each other playing Mario Kart, that's a good thing to check out too. Hopefully you had the opportunity to check out Lorena's lunch table today. She had the unique opportunity to hang in with my buddy Etep. That was kind of a cool stream. So if you didn't catch that live, make sure you catch that later today or this weekend. Give that some viewership. And man, lots of stuff was going on today. Makani's been busy. He's been doing stuff. We've got this amazing community. Lots of people doing things right now. Captain Trek does his morning brew show. I mean, you can't go wrong. Fridays are a day full of entertainment. So that's kind of what we're talking about here is the entertainment that we're going into with the weekend. We have Robert here getting your comfy pillow for the flight. Excellent, excellent. Thanks for joining us in the lounge today. We have Jake D. What's up, Jake D? And Robert says, "Hey, Jake D." We've got M. Dastardly here, just in time for your pre-flight drink. Absolutely. And that's kind of the point. So, hail, you beautiful maniacs. Well, hey, there's plenty of them here. Again, thank you for joining me. We're starting to build the audience right now, which I absolutely love. You guys, I appreciate all your support. You're just amazing people. You really are. We have... my goodness, a whole bevy of super chats and stickers and all that. So we'll get to those just now. My goodness, guys, thank you for the support. Keely Chow, what's going on? There is the ever lovely and unbelievably supportive Tina Bojan, who is getting ready for some Cubs baseball. So I hope that they don't disappoint you this year. I hope they do very well. You guys waited a very long time for a World Series, and you should get a few more of those in your lifetime, hopefully, not another 100 years from now. But there's Lorena Creole. She's working and lurking. Of course, that's what we all do. And she sent along a super sticker. Well, thank you so much, Lorena. I really appreciate the super stickers. They're always a lot of fun. And Lorena traditionally sends a box of popcorn, which I think she did here. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope I help get people through their ends of their work days or after their work days, or just through some part of the weekend. Plus, we can always go back and see if I was right about the things that we were going to be talking about over the weekend. I think we kind of all know what it's going to be. Jake D sends a super sticker. It's a Doomacorn. Well, thank you, Jake D. Traditional sticker for some of us when we are on live streams, and I will say doom to doom, doom, doom. There you go. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I've repositioned the mic a little bit lower, and it seems like my levels are all right, so we'll keep moving forward. And there's our good friend Roger Haynes with a Canadian $1.99 super sticker, which is his traditional thumbs up. Thank you very much for that, Roger. Appreciate it, my friend, and thank you for all of your support across many, many channels. I think that's awesome. Man of War 665, what is up, my friend? It's good to see you. We have Small Time. What's going on, Small Time? You too are also getting around in all of the different places. I think that's amazing. Plus, it was nice having you in the member stream the other day. Can't wait to do another one of those again. I'm targeting the middle of the month this month, and we'll do it a different time and a different day, and we'll try to get a different audience that's available. And hopefully, everybody can join us. That's always a lot of fun when we get more people involved in that. Let's see. What do we got here? Do you play Smash Brothers? Not in a long time, Robert. Not in a very long time. Would be worth going back and doing that a bit. Chris Cook. Well, thank you for the super sticker. Looks like a Pixar ball. I'm not really sure what that is, but thank you very much for the $1.49 super sticker. I appreciate that, and thank you for joining us today. I appreciate that as well. Aluvrian Imakar is like, my internet's being slow and stupid. Coffee with a little umbrella, barkeep. Yeah. I'm at the point now where it just coffee is like the beverage of the entire day. Unfortunately, that's going to lead to kidney stones, I'm certain. But hey, I got to stay awake. Got a lot to do. It's been very busy. What's going on, Runner? It's good to see you, my friend. We've got Roof Korean here. What's going on? I'll return to my seat after I flirt with the stewardess. Well, good for you, friend, and good luck on that as well. I love it. This is great. Oh, Man of War sends us 665. Thank you, my friend. A 665 super chat that says, I just need an extra barf bag. Well, maybe with some of the stories we're covering today, you might actually have to use it. We've got some weird stuff that I think everybody's going to focus on. I think FNT is going to be lighting a fire under some of it, but we'll see. Hey, Jaffa, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for being a member. Oh, I did see the video that you sent me. Thank you very much for that. I take a lot of what that dude says now with a grain of salt, knowing what I know. We can definitely, DM about it back and forth a little later today when I'm done with my regular work stuff that I have to do. Yeah, I got a chance to see it, and hello to you as well. Kip Ellis, what's going on, my friend, from across the pond, wearing the ever-popular Top 5 shirt from Steve Kenobi, so that's always fun. Wook, what's up, Wook? Good to see you, my friend. Emphatic thumbs up to you as well. Man, Wookie's been everywhere lately, and he's making videos. He dropped one about half an hour ago, Wook, I think. Didn't you just drop a new one? Pretty sure. I think I watched it. Yeah, I liked the beginning of it. It was pretty cool with the hands and the face. Yeah, it's very cool. Let's see who else is here. It looks like it looks like a coin to you. You know what? It might be, and thank you for that. You know what? That's probably an accurate description of it. I don't know. It does look like a coin with a star in the center. I don't know what, but for whatever reason in my head, it popped up as like a Pixar ball, right? Anyway. I see different things, that's for sure. What's up, Captain Trek? Just mentioned you a few moments ago. We've got Philip Gaming. What's going on, Philip? Appreciate you, my friend. The Atlantean sends a $5 super chat just to say, hail culture and hashtag Runner is not a chew toy. That's true. Runner is not a chew toy. Be nice to Runner. Grin Kuma sends a super chat for €1, $2. Thank you. My friend says, I still can't get enough of the damn MK trailer. I know, I love that thing, man. That if they are able to CGI like that throughout the whole film, that film is going to be just amazing. Very much looking forward to that. Let's see. I have a bunch of old school MTG cards. I may still have that. I'd have to go through like a couple of giant totes full of old Magic cards that I don't use because I'm trying to keep them safe. But it wouldn't surprise me. I have binders with some of the cards I actually play from some alpha and beta, but not that much. I really like playing with beta lands though because they're so unique. They really. People's eyebrows go up when they see a beta land. They're like, holy cow. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, back when the borders of the cards kind of gave things away as well. But I loved playing MTG. Not anymore. I mean, I still play, but just not like I used to. So, are these stories Florida man weird? Not really. More like eyebrow raising, probably. Stuff like that. Did I send you my Star Trek sales figures? No, I don't think so. Maybe, possibly. I don't think so. I got some stuff. I'm not sure if that was you. I've gotten a couple of emails recently from people with some sales data from different things. I'm not sure if that was you. I'm going to have to go back and look at those emails. But I've been getting a ton of email lately, guys, and thank you. It's kind of cool to have non-work related emails to look at and to follow up on. I'm getting some good story ideas from folks, too, so thank you for that as well. And I've had to employ a lot of mathematics recently, too. So I have a feeling that we're on the cusp of some pretty gnarly things being revealed when it comes to how stocks are going up despite numbers going down, things like that. I think some stuff's going to come out of the financial world, and then I'm going to be really busy talking about it. But we'll see. Maybe it won't come to anything, but I hope so. Hey, what's up, Riff? Good to see you, my friend. Riff Magos, also known as the Jedi Riffster, another channel that's out there in the world, guys, so check that out. We have Godzillionaire. What's up, my friend? Critizable the Craze. Man, I'm just saying hi to everybody. It's been 12 minutes. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you. 66 Starship Alien. Good to see you. Hello to all. Good to see you. Going through new landlord from hell right now. Oh, no. Moving right now again in 7 days. Good to have a distraction. What's up with entertainment? Well, we'll get there. Believe me, just a couple minutes away. Beesman, what's going on, my friend? Angry Vader. Good to see you. Probably going to see you tonight. I'm sure there will be some yelling, playing Mario Kart and things like that. Lady Tariel is here. It is good to see you, Lady Tariel. You collected data off of eBay. That's cool. I'd like to see the data that came off of there from the Seuss stuff and the fact that they are shutting down Seuss sales. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. The joys of inflation. Yeah, we're about to see that, kids. Yeah, we're going to be in a weird place. Earnings will go down, buying power will go down, and things will ramp up at an astronomical rate. This is something that we saw under a president in the 70s, right before they elected Reagan to office. So we will see. Don't buy GameStop stock. It will go down. I'm afraid that you're onto something there. I'm not going to give financial advice on the show. But I think that some of these things are going up, in spite of other things that are being, on the short sale side of things. And I think GameStop's going to be subjected to a sell. I think that's probably true. But again, not giving financial advice. Seek a professional when you do stuff like that. Grin Akuma. Weekend will be filled with Yakuza. Cool. Bleach and MK 1995. Couple brews, some drawing. Excellent. That is excellent use of your time. Very jealous. I have some work to do. CultureCasino, it's presented in several small spreadsheets. If you didn't get it, I'll email it. I believe I did because I've 3 emails from different people with spreadsheets embedded in them. I was looking through them through Google Sheets, but I didn't I didn't download them to look at them in Excel. So I'd probably end up combining them all into a sheet, but that's just me because I'm crazy. But I will definitely revisit those to say, in fact, I have a plan to go through a bunch of email that I haven't gotten through this weekend. So I will definitely look them over. Thank you very much. The housing market, at least in Canada right now, is terrifying. Well, the United States, we're going to see a slide is my prediction when it comes to the real estate market, but we'll see. Hey everyone, hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday. Me too, Mad Mardigan. It's good to see you, my friend. And are we still doing this Street Smarts thing tomorrow? I mean, seriously? Good to see you, Ken Jack Ben. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you, my friend. And we are caught up. So let's talk about our first subject, okay? We have of course the thing that dropped. I will not do any spoilers, but I do want to talk about the subject because they are going to talk about it, and I guarantee you there will be spoilers associated with WandaVision, because that dropped last night. It's gotten mixed reviews at best. It was supposedly somewhat predictable. A lot of people's predictions, including mine, seem to have come true. And the title here should tell you more than enough. WandaVision finale, the fate of Agatha, Monica, the twins, and other burning questions. All of that was answered in last night's episode. Again, not going to throw spoilers at you, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you were paying attention and you were looking at some of the predictions, they all went about in the same way. Now, one of the interesting things, and this is absent from this story, I think, is that Disney Plus experienced another technical glitch in the middle of the night all over again, related specifically to this. Look, that's going to happen. A lot of people trying to do a lot of things all at once. Infrastructure being what it is, especially the backbone that Disney employs, I'm just not surprised. So it seems like they're prone to that when they get something, day one release, kind of like Netflix and stuff like that. But Disney seems to be having a more difficult time with it, just the way they distribute their media. The show itself has lost some popularity, despite the mad rush to watch the finale of this. The Google Trends is pushing a lot of this stuff downward, usually with a wrap up episode, which is what this is. Those numbers will come back up, which they did. But I guarantee you that with some stuff we're going to cover here in a couple of minutes, the shine is off of this show because the shine is off of Disney as a whole. I mean, I think you would probably agree. We're starting to see them at their worst because they seem to be the least self-aware at the moment. And that's not good. You consider that Mr. Chapek was addressing a group of investors here the other day and saying the praises of Miss Kennedy at Lucasfilm. And that's what he's going to do. I mean, that's a normal thing. You're not going to go up in front of a group of investors and say, well, you know what, our company's okay, but we have these shortcomings, and this is the person responsible. They're not going to do that. And I have a feeling that WandaVision and some other things are obviously going to be suffering from that. If you look at the YouTube pages for Disney or Lucasfilm or even Marvel now, the comments are full of support for Gina Carano. And people are definitely lending their voices to any and everything that's released, either whether it be on the Star Wars page, Star Wars Twitter, their Facebook page is getting polluted with it now. And when I say polluted, I mean I'm in the most entertaining and fun way. I mean, it's a good course of action for you to vent your spleen at these companies, right? But it's truly amazing. You have a number of quotes from Gina Carano's interview over at the Daily Wire, and it's really affecting them in some of the strangest ways. And of course, there's a poll surrounding it, and we're going to get to that news here in just a minute. But it is what it is. So yeah, Lord Thoth, WandaVision was a bit meh. Yeah, I'm starting to hear that. Of course, absolutely. We have a lot of people have that. A lot of people have this. Yeah, Illuvrian. I am not going to spoil it, but Disney's doing bad things. They're getting caught up in a discussion I don't think they were prepared for. I think that they were led into it by some uninformed leadership. And I think the other products are going to suffer, guys. You are going to get. I mean, we've been warning you. If you've paid attention to any of us recently or over the course of the last 4 or 5 months, Marvel is going to be a problem. It's going to continue to be a problem for Disney for a while because everything that they have coming out is going to offend a pretty decent sized portion of their audience. So, and we'll get more into that in just a second. So, we are here to go. We have, not a spoiler, but has anyone mentioned they are replacing a vision of color with a white vision? There are definitely multiple visions in this. There kind of always been some multiple iterations of Disney, of Vision. So, in order not to dive further into that or even tip a hat, there's been some There's been some stuff in this last episode that if you pay attention to it, I guess you could have a takeaway that was less than flattery in the direction that they would normally lean. But just be prepared. After the Multiverse of Madness, the movies are not going to be free of a lot of that garbage that we're trying to avoid. The television product is that you'll get very soon also is going to be heavily laden with stuff that we're just not interested in. And we've been telling them we're not interested in for a while. And yes, Disney IT is trash. They, instead of doing a complete rebuild from the ground up, when they did all the systems integration and stuff going back a few years into their next gen project, they really just continued to cobble together a bunch of different systems that sometimes are just not great, and that's just for their internals. The build out on the network for Disney Plus, and the way they went about establishing their infrastructure and getting their in assembling server farms in various locations, utilizing other people's stuff, also wasn't the best way to go about things for a lot of reasons. But they were in a rush, and they had to be because the international markets needed to be developed right away because they had no other way to make money. So, probably the best thing I've heard, and I can't credit the right person, was that Disney had become Netflix with theme parks at this point. So, I mean, I don't know if that's a fair or unfair assessment. I think it's a fair assessment, but who knows? Was this a one-off series or a multi-season thing? Okay, like I said before this WandaVision even started, it was set up originally to be one series, but they left, one season, that's it. Just kind of a mini series or a limited series. But they left themselves some wiggle room at the end when, they were well into shooting. They were like, okay, we need some room here just in case. So, and Feige's actually even personally indicated in actual conversations that he's never going to say never for season 2 with the show. So I know that's, kind of a producer cop out, but they did leave themselves some wiggle room, and there are ways to return to this kind of a thing. Maybe not with the same feel, but they could get a season 2-ish. Again, it's going to depend on a lot of different factors. We'll see. Nobody really cares anymore. Bees, man, what's going on, Parrothead? Oh, executive producer Sol Leibowitz says WandaVision could be improved with fire trucks, guns, and hookers. Absolutely, my friend. For sure. Yeah. Would have liked to have seen a fire truck in every episode from every different era. That'd have been kind of neat. And they, hookers from every era, guns from every era. Sure. Turn it into a Die Hard thing. It was disappointing. Oh, Mad Mardigan weighing in here. And the only reason it wasn't outright awful is because I watched 30 minutes of Coming to America. I couldn't watch any more of that movie. We're going to talk about that too. So thank you for that. Appreciate that, Matt, for leading me into a subject of another conversation. If you listen to Lorena Creel early in her stream this morning, it sounded like she felt similar. So we'll go from there. Lorena says, I enjoyed the finale, but it was very lazily written. Yes. They could have done so much better, but they chose not to. Yes. Again, I mean, a lot of people got turned off when you fired one person and it affected everything else. Not just the brand that, would have been obviously affected, but all of your other properties. I don't think they realized the star power that Gina herself had helped to create and kind of helped that show come back into its own, to be honest with you. It is what it is. I think people did really cancel Disney Plus, and they still are. It's a daily thing. It's this. You're 100% right. The Islington girl. You're 100% correct. I haven't watched Wanda yet, but I heard the positive reviews. I do like Liz Olsen from Godzilla 14. Yeah, I love her too. Please, don't misunderstand. There are some good things to be said for the show overall. They just left a lot on the table with the show. But again, there is some wiggle room if they wanted to have a season 2. But again, it wasn't crafted that way. And again, this thing bounced around. You have to remember, this thing was, originally slated for They were targeting 10 episodes, then it bounced up to 12, and then it went way down to 6, then it came back up to 8, and then they rounded it out with 9. So it's just a matter of how they cut things and divided it up and what they left on the cutting room floor. And from what I'm to understand, a lot early on was left actually out that could have even further developed some of the storyline, but it is what it is. So again, 66 Starship Alien, if you dig the show, I mean, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I like to know what your opinions are, because I don't want to be shaded only by my own, and I definitely don't want to be shaped by, being ignorant of somebody else's opinion. I like more information. It informs my opinion much better. Greetings, my excellent friends. Well, greetings to you, Martin Acosta Santana. Sorry, Tom's not here to read that better than me. I appreciate that. El Punk Tracy, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Jaffo, he's talking about his drawing streams, right? Drawing? Yeah, I don't typically draw fan art. I usually work on my own ideas. That's cool. That's cool. I refer to, I'm working on a set of drawings I refer to as FAP drawings. Wow, you and Makini 90 should get along really well. Man. For me, yep, okay. We will get into this. We really will, I promise. In fact, we could probably do that. Yeah, my hair is out of control, isn't it, Mando? Yeah, today it got really poofy. I haven't pulled it I haven't brushed it back today. I probably should have, but yeah, it's getting crazy. You guys, we're going to get there. I promise. The Coming to America thing is for real. Hey, thank you for the super sticker, L Punk Tracy. I appreciate that. It is a devil face with a smile. All right. Critizable. You are on the right path, my friend. Ms. Marvel, that's going to be a dumpster fire. America Chavez, dumpster fire. The Eternals, already a dumpster fire, and nobody's seen it yet. Or if they did, again, I was saying this going back almost 2 years ago, and probably from the very beginning of my channel, or at least on other people's streams, when talking about the Eternals. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. 66 Starship Alien. Yes, Disney has stained their reputation with their political views. May harm Wanda, Mandalorian, other releases in the future. 100%, my friend. I think they have. I think beyond anything they could have possibly recognized. I'm afraid. And again, it comes from the fact that nobody right now that's leading any of the companies or divisions, with the exception of Feige, is a creative. They're not creatives. They're bean counters. And they're ideologues, activists. I mean, you could attribute many adjectives to them, but I just that move was just totally tone deaf. I mean, think about it this way. I mean, on the day that she was moving from number 2 to number 1 on IMDb Pro as the most popular celebrity, they came out with that announcement. Just dumb. Oh, they're still talking about it. I promise you we'll get into it. Don't ruin my experience. I'm not going to. I promise you, Tina, I will not give you any. I'm not doing spoilers at all. I won't do it. Falcon and Winter Soldier looks, yeah, you are not wrong, Lorena. It's going to be bad. And that show is not going to do the numbers that Wanda did. It's not going to do the numbers that they're hoping for. And I hope it sends a very strong signal and they retool a bunch of stuff that is in production phase right now or pre-production phase. Otherwise, they're going to be running around the maypole with, with no ropes. I mean, it's going to be, or ribbons. They're going to have no support of the projects in the future, because once people start to see that all of this stuff is just uninteresting political pablum, they're going to duck out. You can write good stories, but if you want to teach a lesson, but they're not going about it the right way, and they really should. Again, creatives are not running things right now, and that's a real problem. That's a problem across all entertainment platforms. Again, you're going to hear more about it today on everybody's shows and throughout the weekend. That creatives aren't running this, and we'll get to some stories that actually help outline that as well. I love the Vampirella covers. I really do. Especially the one that Anna did, that Star Wars girl. I really love that. Yep, it went downhill fast. Yeah. Yeah, the Coming to America 2 they're talking about. What's up, Geek Tropology? Good to see you, my friend. I should have my kit here. I think you know what I'm referring to here pretty quick. So hopefully I'll get a chance to start putting that together and fleshing it out. So I'm sure we'll DM back and forth, and I'll have that up and running and get myself further isolated from observation and potential blocks. How about that? Lord Vader, what's the solution to Disney's situation with Star Wars and their PR nightmare? Stop. If they just stopped, if they stopped pushing the stuff that is not popular, the High Republic they just need to stop. You know, think about it this way: 2.5 years ago, Iger's like, yeah, we have Star Wars fatigue. We're gonna stop this. It might not even have been that long ago. Maybe it's just under 2 years ago, right before he stepped down, right, or near that time frame. And then they announced 12 Star Wars show a year or so later. 4 of which are not going to get made at all. 2 because of recent decisions won't get made. 1 might get made, but with major alterations. And 2 of the other ones, it's not going to get very far. It's just not going to get very far. If Disney Plus makes something great now, a lot of people will miss it, and that's a shame. I agree with you, and it is going to be a shame. I mean, again, if I had to pay for stuff that I get, I would come from a different position, especially when it comes to stuff like that. I hate to miss out on things. It kind of bums me out, but at the same time, it kind of serves them right, I mean, eventually people could come back and catch it. I mean, if there's enough good word of mouth, maybe. So, this is a correct statement. Kids and adults still love Disney theme parks, but reputation is everything. Way to ruin a brand. Absolutely, and they're doing it too at their theme park level as well. From Jungle Cruise and Splash Mountain and other things that they're just infesting with a bunch of garbage. I mean, Peter Pan. There's so much stuff on the horizon that I don't really talk about. I probably could. I have to be very careful about certain things because I could get somebody in trouble, but there's a lot coming that's just going to continue to show their hand. I mean, just leaning into this political crap. You're catering to this incredibly infinitesimally small portion of the population that they don't buy anything. I mean, I know everybody's saying that, but it's the truth. I mean, there's metrics to support the concept that this is not being purchased. I mean, nobody's buying the Batwoman thing. The Batwoman thing on the CW is tanking, like in a way that's like incomprehensible. That a program that's that poorly done, poorly run, poorly received is still on the air. Hell, the whole network is compromised. They have one good thing, and believe me, we're going to talk about that too in just a couple minutes. Because guess what? Everybody's going to be talking about it this weekend, and there's a reason why. It's not because it's bad. It's just different. We'll talk about what's going on there. I don't think we have to worry about Disney and being and great being in the same sentence. Not for a little while. They need better leadership. Hell, if I took that company over, I think I could sort it out very quickly. And that would be to say, if you have a political opinion and you think it needs to be put into media, then you no longer have a position here. And everything will be reviewed to remove any of that kind of garbage. That's step 1. Step 2, find actual leadership for each of the divisions, and the leadership that's in place that is doing a good job. Just review with them the same kind of policies. Look, this isn't going to be permitted. I don't want to see it in your personal accounts. I don't want to see it in your work accounts. For as long as you work here, anything that you do represents this brand. And unfortunately, that's usually in most people's advanced employment contracts. Anything, that as you start to move up in the chain of command, that's usually there already. If not, then Disney's in even worse shape than I thought, because their legal representation should have had that in there from the very beginning. So, but There it is. Yeah, start your own Marvel comics. Yeah, there you go with hookers and blow. Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that would be criticisable. You know, I'm telling everybody right now, the only way to move forward, and that's going to be the theme that you're going to hear from me for the next year, is to do our own thing, support people doing their own thing. We all need to do our own thing and support the things that we love from the people that are doing their own thing. We've got a lot of them in the community. We have super amounts of talent that we can totally just glom onto and just and help them get over the hump so that they reach a mass market, so that we have good stories and good storytelling, and we have good storytellers in the community. I mean, and even myself, I'm working on a film concept and script that is essentially centered around a dark sci-fi, horror sci-fi western. So I think it'll be well received. It's a pretty cool concept. It combines some stuff that had already been done, but never done in the way that I have envisioned. And I think it's going to be great. And, you know, I'm going to solicit people from our community for help and for their talent. We've got some great and very talented people out there with some acting chops that I'm going to utilize. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to really enjoy it. Yeah, Mad Mardigan's like, this guy gets it. Yeah, he supports Criticisable the craze. So you're not going to defeat Disney because Disney Plus isn't their only source of income. No, you're 100% right, Lord Vader. That's kind of not the idea, but it is. But for right now, it's their primary source. I mean, to be honest with you, right? They're in a position right now where their theme park revenue and merch revenue and all of that's down. If you break down their financials, especially after the last quarterly, they're losing money by the buckets, just the buckets. I mean, the cruise line not operating, their touring operations not operating. You know, their financial benefits from having their own timeshare divisions and things like that. The value of the timeshare products that they offer have gone down dramatically as they've offered less and less to their consumers who visit the theme parks. Theme park revenue is probably going to remain fairly stagnant for a while. They are despite the fact that they're in Florida, one of the states that has just decided to thumb their nose at most of the mandates that are, you know, in other states. You know, you're going to start to see Universal and places like that, you know, not paying nearly as much attention to those very soon. And Disney could be the only one doing it. And it's driven by something that isn't a business decision. Right. But there's a lot of things that, I mean, they're closing. They will be closing up to half of their retail locations, the Disney store. They're going to move more towards the non-brick and mortar locations at a time when Amazon's actually ramping up some brick and mortar presence, where, you know, they have a presence in Kohl's, they have a presence in places. They're partnered with brick and mortar locations to do more of that kind of business, a place to, you know, do returns, a place to, you know, pick up goods and services, you know, and, you know, you're going to start to see a mix. We'll have to see what Disney does with that. But just looking at it, you know, from the outside, you're starting to see them shrink a little bit. Let's just put it in those terms. So yeah, their reach is going to be weird. Oh my gosh, Lorena's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Da, 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 da. Oh, Grin Akuma. Man, for me, the MCU has a fine ending already with Endgame. I just want more Snyder stuff and MK. Oh, absolutely. Let's see what happens with the 19th. Am I right? Somebody tell me I'm right. The 19th we get the Snyder cut. Is that true? I hope so. All right. Do not control your hair, Culture Casino. You will lose your power like Samson. Okay, I won't. I'll let it just flow. Let it flow. What do you mean things won't be the same after multiverse and the multiverse of madness? You will be leaning completely into narrative storytelling that is not part of the actual story that was being told. It's going to be more. It's going to be message centric. That's what you're looking to in the future. So far, based on everything that I'd seen, all the treatments, everything that I've been told, I expect nothing less than, agenda stuffed in my entertainment, which I'm tired of. Feige needs to stop ripping off Joss Whedon's Buffy humor. I agree with you, Keeley. I'm tired of that stuff. I need it better. There was no... nope, not going to do it. Marvel is driving off a cliff, and it's what they want. I hope they like canyon floors. Well, we'll see. You put a person in a position to act in a show or in a production. I'm going to use those words in a production that has no real acting experience, and all they've done is give a glowing review of another film. Hey there, Adega. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Winter Soiler. That's right. Oh, a reminder for everyone, please refrain from spoilers for peeps who haven't seen it. Yes, absolutely. Yep, I almost got caught reading one, so thank you, Lord Thoth. Yeah, Feige is kind of a creative, to be honest with you. He's very good at creatively assembling things. He's been involved in creative productions pretty much his entire professional career. And he assembles a lot of creatives very well. He creatively weaves everything together into one storyline. I mean, there's a lot of ways he's creative. Is he outwardly a creative in that he creates things out of whole cloth? I can't speak to that, but when it comes to production, you have creative producers and you have non-creative producers. He's creative. Kathleen Kennedy's not creative. Hopefully that gives you some context. Jake, yes, my friend, it will be very good for your channel. I will not be watching it, so I will watch you. Oh, I love you guys. You're great. We're a couple that might have been a joke, lol. I'm not going to talk about the show. I'm not going to spoil that either. There's going to be reasons to watch it in the first episode, so I won't say anything at all. It did as well as it did because it approached the storytelling from a very creative place. It leads into the Multiverse of Madness very, very well. And it does a lot of introduction to stuff that you're going to need as a baseline going forward in the MCU. Honestly, one of the reasons that show got made was to kind of fill in the gaps and not do what Star Wars did, which is release books. You had to do homework before you watched a film or afterwards to try to explain it. So, that's some of it anyway. Yep, dude called the first episode completely. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. There's so much woke garbage around. It's not even funny. Yes, count on that. Yeah. Believe me, we're on our third set of scripts, guys, for the Obi-Wan show. So number 3. To pass number 3, we'll have to see where that leads us. So, the only WandaVision spoiler is that there is no spoiler. You can't spoil something that is entirely safe and predictable. Philip, since the first 2 episodes dropped and we did analysis of it, Fat Steven Seagal and I, he's awesome. If you guys don't check out his stuff or, aren't checking out his channel or even the stuff he's on with Lorena, you should be. Because despite his approach to humor and things like that, he's got great analysis, especially when it comes to comic book stuff. So he's a comic book person. So there you are. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up with everybody. Disney tried to bring adults to the brand and seems to have failed. 5-year-olds still love it, though. No, absolutely. Actually, they're turning off adults left and right, which means that they won't get the consumption from the children that they wanted to catch. Star Wars requires it be for everybody. and they abandoned that concept early on. And again, that speaks to the leadership that's there right now, right? It really does. The theme parks are amazing. Yeah, Legoland. Yeah, Legoland's cool. Da-da-da. Oh, yeah, cool. Sufure family says, going to WDW this June because I told the kids a year ago we would. So we are. Don't know when I will be back, if ever. Unfortunately, there are reasons that I end up at Disney with regularity. My enjoyment has suffered over the course of the last couple of years, and especially the last year. The kids should have the experience. I think if you have the means and you are inclined, I think it's great. It's an adventure. Unfortunately, the value's been kind of knocked out of it. They've taken the wind out of the sails of the value, and I think that's going to end up biting them in the butt. I mean, there is no Disney difference anymore when it comes to the parks, and that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So, what's going on, Memes? Good to see you, my friend. No one wants the Mikey Spock Funko Pop either. Nope. Not at all. Can't give those things away. Batwoman is aimed for a niche market, but fans do not take to it. Don't think the producers care. Ticks off a niche quota for them. Oh, absolutely. But your whole channel is dedicated to that. And it's dragging it down. It's dragging it down hard. They had to invent numbers, I believe, for that show because of this. The ratings and the share are so poor. They are not hitting their market demographics. If they aim for a niche market, it is under 500,000 people in the country. And if that's what they're aiming for, they're hitting it, I guess. It's funny because a lot of them are in the 50-year-old range, which is definitely not their target market. Anyway. Man, you guys are just burning up the chat. I'm never getting anywhere. Oh, here we go. Brilliant. Lorena Creel says, once Orlando opens Epic Universe Nintendo World, when that opens, Disney World will be in deep, deep trouble. 100% accurate. This is a person that knows what she's talking about. And one of the great people I get to hang out with on Sunday talking about exactly this kind of stuff. It's our own kind of park hopping conversation, which again, park hopping channel is amazing. I love what they're doing with G&G with that. Jay's killing it on that. So it's great. Yeah. Oh, that's my piracy arguments. The fans that thus free copies provide sell merch because of interest quality, the same as YouTubers. You tip, you spend. The free content is the hook. Yep. All right, here we go. Enjoy your nap, my friend. Enjoy your nap. All right, guys, we can do this forever. Yeah, Kennywood's amazing. Yep, check it out. Check it out. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, my friend. I hope everybody are checking that stuff out. If you've not heard of Force of Light Entertainment, Michelle and Natalie are awesome. Hey, cool. More stuff to check out. Thank you for that. Oh, by the way, check out Night's End. Good YouTube channel. Good dude. Speaks from the heart. Every time it's funny. Every time I talk about him, that's exactly what I say because it's the first impression you'll take away. Somebody who just talks about stuff from the heart. You can't get away from it. That's authenticity. So, here's to me. CultureCasino. Hi. Culture, have you seen the trailer for Tom Clancy's Without Remorse? No. Between that and Nobody, which I cannot wait for, Good Friday, it's going to be awesome, might be a bit more action-packed. I tell you what, I will check out Without Remorse. I'll check that out when we're done with the stream. And Nobody is going to be amazing. Man, Odenkirk's finally getting it, right? Finally getting some recognition in life. I love it as an actor. It's a good dude, too. Good dude. A niche market, question mark. So there's a lot of... Oh, God, you guys, you are so funny. Yeah, Disney has a lot of competition coming. They will regret their recent political behaviors. They do. They inspired generations of people that grew up on their material who became frustrated with what they were producing to produce their own. it's gonna bite them in the butt in a way they're just not prepared for. Yeah. Culture, can you remove the wine glass? I gave up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. No, actually, it's part of the background. I wish I could. Right now it's a little early for wine. I still have some work day to go, but if this were a Friday where I could have a couple crackers, some cheese, some varying types of charcuterie, and a glass of wine, I would probably partake right now. I think I would have a very nice Mediterranean lunch. I think that would be good. And then a siesta, right? A little nap time. Nap time. A constitutional, right? Here we go. I definitely think Feige is a creative. I found it laughable that Bob Chapek stated, "Oh yes, this was part of the speech. Thank you, Lorena. That Kevin and KK are on the same level when they are clearly not. They're not even close. Not even close. The guy assembles amazing stuff. Just an amazing dude." What's going on, low spec Linux laptop? How you doing, my friend? Maybe I can see you on EBN if I get a chance to pop over there here in the next couple days. But it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. I saw you in the 6-minute daily this morning too, guys. That show's going over very well. Thank you all. As the new drill is, I start the show 2 minutes early. But it doesn't go live, and then we actually start the show. So it's kind of like a warning, like a 2-minute warning, so that the notifications get out, people can join the show so they can catch it live. And that practice is working out pretty well. So if I set it off 2 minutes, 3 minutes in advance, boom, we get an audience bigger than before. And everybody gets to participate. And I'm getting better at being able to read the chat while we go through the news articles. It's a lot of fun. And the time change is coming up soon, guys. So for some of you, that time is going to shift. The time will shift closer to when Lorena and Midnight's Edge do their stuff. It'll end up being just right before they go live. So just keep that in mind. We're coming up on the time switch in about a week. So that's when the show time will change. So just be prepared. Little programming or programming info there. Little updated programming stuff. So the future of Star Wars in 5 to 10 years, you will reboot Star Wars. Not necessarily by remaking the original trilogy. You're not going to that would be admitting defeat, to be honest with you. But by creating stories in that universe that refer to the original lore, you have lots to lean upon if you bring back the books that were good and stop pushing the books that are terrible. They're in a position now where the High Republic is essentially, again, I mean, they're in the box right now, and that's like one of the death knells. Let's just put it there. Mr. Tickle Trunk, thank you for my favorite super sticker. It is a Shiba Inu Fartin Hearts. Good to see you, my friend. My guess is Midnight's Edge has ended, or some people have migrated or are dual streaming, so that's cool. So lurking in the chat. Shh. Okay, I'll be quiet. Sorry. Didn't mean to call attention to the cute dog. All right, good to see you, though. Appreciate you. What's up? Stone Cold Jeremy. Just thought I would point this out there. But YouTubers are putting out better quality content than these so-called entertainment platforms. Absolutely. That's why everybody's going to be bonkers tonight at FNT. Friday Night Tight's going to be amazing, as it has been. The audience is growing consistently. You're seeing, you're getting great stuff out of so many amazing people. Justin Proper's Thursday stuff. You can get retro reviews. You can talk. People are talking about toys. You got video games out there. There is something for everybody. I mean, Moira Kitty's doing retro video games right now. I think she did a Tetris stream, a Hello Kitty Tetris stream yesterday, and then she did, just a conversation, which was really, really cool. I think I stopped by there after I got done. I only had a couple of minutes because I was needing to go to bed, but I just got done hanging out with Comics Division, who puts out amazing stuff. Comics Division is one of those people that does their research, knows their stuff, and is entertaining. It's a privilege for me to hang out with these people, hang out with Lorena Creole, who's in the chat, and hanging out with amazing people. You have great creators that do different stuff that sometimes, don't agree with the rest of us, like the Memes of Destruction, who's in the chat, who I absolutely love. We don't have to agree. We still like each other, and he still does good stuff. Plus, he does workout videos that make you feel bad about yourself because you need to be working out with him. Anyway, I'm just kidding. They shouldn't make you feel bad, but you should be inspired. That's probably the right way to say that. What's up, Real Wade? Good to see you, my friend. Real Wade Nation, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to spoil it. No spoilers. No spoil. I will not disagree with you, but we will. We will definitely. We'll definitely get there. Yeah. Oh man, Mead's still going. Good gosh. Well, good for you. You know what? Having Tom Conkle on is a good thing too. They're awesome. All right, buckle down, my friend. Good to see you. Brightest Day is here. What's going on? FNT got me started on discovering a lot of the awesome community. Yep. Yeah. I mean, my path was a little different, but look, I mean, the ranting young person in Ryan Cannell is entertaining. You have the very funny, Australian humor in Lethal Lightning. You have the intellectual honesty and an approach that I try to pursue myself with business when it comes to Midnight's Edge. You have Gary, man, a legitimate, entertainment savant. I mean, but yeah, I mean, Gary with I mean, his life has been about, varying forms of art on the correct coast, being in California. Jeremy Griggs is excellent at stirring the pot and calling out things that need to be called out. And the G&G team's amazing. You have, again, Comics Division. You have, understated conversational styles like Odin's movie blog, OMB reviews. You have people who have been embedded deeply in the entertainment industry, and Robert Meyer Burnett. You have incredibly funny and insightful from heel versus babyface. We're blessed, man. We are in a rare time. So absolutely, the community is putting out amazing things. Bear Dog's taking a nap. When he wakes up, and he will, because we're coming up on it. Nap time will be over here in just shortly. He'll demand to be seen. So guys, that'll be there. Oh yeah. Hello, my friend. Good to see you, RC from the NYC. Saw you this morning. And yes, I'm excited for the fact that NYC opened theaters today. You have limited capacity, but at least there will be entertainment. And I think Broadway will be returning. I think that was part of that. I can't remember specifically the details there, but that's very good news. And it was something we covered this morning. So absolutely, RC. Thanks for being here, friend. Let's see. When you have creators who make stuff that may not be so good, but still better than what you will see on the mainstream, oh, absolutely. We have tons of them, right? I mean, everybody's doing their own shows. We all talk about stuff. We each have our own take on things. It's very cool. What's up, Pickles? Geeks enjoy Nerdrotica. Evening, everyone. Evening to you, my friend. I'm digging the stuff you're doing. You're creating Mo. You're creating Mo. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, good morning to you. Absolutely. What's up, Terry? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, memes. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine, Theme Park Casual. Good to see you. Oh, here we go. Wanted to thank the community for supporting the channel. Yes. WandaVision watch party last night hit over 6K views. Yes. Dude's killing it. I am beyond humbled to have had that experience, and I wanted to thank everyone. Absolutely. You're doing great service to everyone else. I'm actually digging stuff from people that are skating that edge. I mean, Fat Steven Seagal did a great stream with the Gina Carano interview, so it was really, really good. And yeah. Oh, yep. And Comics is brilliant. Don't watch his streams because I am a little hard of hearing and I can't always hear certain panelists. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. We'll work on audio levels. That's something maybe we can resolve. Yep. So many great recommendations for content to check out just from all the shows. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's stuff out there, man. We can enjoy it. I mean, there's a little bit of intersectionality in the show Dark Matter, but that's a show you can go back. It's just a few years old. It's totally worth watching. You have Orville Nation that covers it like once a week. And PJ does such a great job on that channel, and he's got just incredible guests, plus the freaking showrunner of that show. So if you want to check out something on Mondays with Nina Infinity, who I love, great kid. That's some place to go, and then you can watch along. You can catch up to where they are. Watch along with them as they review the episode, and it's a great bouncing off point, a good way to build community and conversation, because we need that. Absolutely. Just another red shirt. Good to see you. Good to see you. RC from the NYC. Okay, the current talk about Broadway is that smaller venues. Okay, this is what I'd heard. Smaller venues and off-Broadway houses will open first with crowd restrictions, and bigger houses open this up. Please, gosh, theater has been dying in New York because of this, and it breaks my heart. And lots of people in the industry have been suffering, and there are efforts on the way to help them, but I don't think they're the right efforts. And I want that to survive, because that kind of entertainment is very important. It's a cultural touchstone, and it has been for centuries. So we absolutely need that for sure. The Mead stream last night was too good. Yeah, absolutely. I heard. I was on other panels, unfortunately, but yes, I did hear that. So do be sure to check that out. Well, let's move on to the next thing, guys, because we're an hour in and we've only gotten through one thing, and we've had a great conversation. I love it, but we need to move forward. It's going to be a theme, guys. Going to be a theme. Let's talk about a new poll that shows Americans overwhelmingly believe Disney unjustly fired Gina Carano from The Mandalorian. This is also done. I think Ryan did a video on this morning as well. This will be on FNT for sure. I guarantee you Doomcock will talk about it. I know I'm going to talk about it a few times this weekend, especially on Saturday with the Rogue Entertainment crew and with The Dump with Scott over on Sporking News podcast. But we will be talking about this poll because this is a legitimate pollster. These are, polling company doing a legitimate query of things going on with this. Now, of course, this article is from our friends over at Bounding Into Comics. This is actually written by the boss man himself, John F. Trent, who, believe it or not, does an amazing job. Absolutely love this guy. He's great, and he runs a good ship. It's a very good ship. A new poll claims that Americans overwhelmingly believe that Disney's firing of Gina Carano from The Mandalorian was unjust. The results of the poll, conducted by Neil Newhouse of Public Opinion Strategies, was exclusively released via the Daily Wire. The company Carano inked a deal with that she will produce and star in an upcoming film after she was. Man, I'd hate this. It's not couched right. After her contract was not renewed by Disney. That's how I want to put it. According to, I always like to be intellectually honest, guys. You probably noticed that. But according to the results of the poll, which were conducted between February 26th and March 3rd. So look at that window, guys. 58% of respondents were opposed to Disney's decision to fire Carano. That's the first number that they present you with, but it's not the whole picture. The Daily Wire's Amanda Prestia Giacomo reports, when first asked, Americans were found to oppose Disney's decision to fire Carano 58-42. Right? Including a majority of Americans across all age groups, gender, and ethnicity. Majorities of Republican independents similarly opposed the firing, as well as 40% of Democrats. Kind of fascinating. However, when responses were actually shown, the social media post in question that resulted in Carano's firing, the number of respondents opposing Disney jumped to 72%. That's the number we have to pay attention to, because these are people who have become informed. Informed opinions are dangerous, right? Because now that you have the information, you go, wait a minute. This is not what the news media is reporting. It casts further doubt on what's being presented as news, right? Instead of narrative. So this is where this poll is incredibly important. And I guarantee you we're going to be talking about it tonight. And I cannot wait to hear everybody's take on it. Because as much as I like to do this and do that and cover all of these things, I like to hear what other smart people say. It's really important. But anyway, Prestia Giacomo, goodness, I really am sorry I'm butchering this lady's name. I feel very bad. Breaks down the numbers. After reviewing the post, 28% said Disney was right to fire Carano. 39% said it may have been poorly worded, but she did not deserve to get fired. And 34% said they found nothing wrong with it. And believe me, the more you think about it, the more you'll probably land on that side. So, but look at that. That is a huge number of people saying, yeah, no. And I'm hard pressed to say that those 20% may have even understood what they were reading. But that's just not a significant number. Of course, this is a social media post that's in question, which we have talked about ad nauseum. Essentially, it's a restatement of what was on the Auschwitz memorial, right? And it's not inaccurate. It's 100% true. This picture is, very famous. After activists on Twitter, such as Disgusting Film, and I called them Disgusting Film on purpose, by the way, attacked and lied about Carano, Disney would issue a statement through the press, which is garbage. Yeah. The statement read, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, which was true. And there are no plans for her to be in the future, which maybe wasn't true. It added, nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are aberrant and unacceptable. Wow, that is a bunch of crap. And we've read that multiple times. It's still no less offensive. So I really hope that more people become more and more informed about this. But guys, 70%. I mean, it's including, the Democrats, classical liberals, et cetera. 70% say she shouldn't have been fired. And that's actually enough of that article. We can definitely get to you guys' thoughts in the chat. Man, it blows my mind. So it is what it is. But where are we at? Here we go. Always great to hear the positive press from CultureCasino. Thanks, my friend. Absolutely. Man, we are so fortunate to have all these great people in our community. I mean, look, here's another creator right here. My friend Odegal Outlaw, right? He loved doing that Dark Matter Mondays. Absolutely. It's not just entertaining, but I've learned a lot about Joe Mail's. Joe is very good. Selecting talent and everything else, and in his set directors and designers, excuse me. I mean, having the opportunity to hang out with people in the industry a little more closely than I normally would, that's always cool. And that shows an opportunity to actually get a showrunner's perspective. And believe me, they're listening to the people who have negative opinions of the way that entertainment's being presented right now. And we're all being watched. I mean, come on. This is where things come from. This is where it all comes from. Yeah, I heard this. Mecca did go nuclear, and I heard that she pulled back a bit, and there was a conversation to be had with, I think the special guest was Shane. So I love that name, Shane. Maybe not super excited for that person to have that name, but it's a cool name. So, here's my friend. Doesn't Mando have a time skip? Yes, and they decided not to renew her contract. The Daily Wire may have a particular... Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, everybody has a particular leaning, right? My leaning is not towards either of the political parties. So, I don't usually talk about my politics. I will. At least I don't talk about them on my channel. How about that? I'll do it everywhere else. I think the political side is against firing and canceling people for their views, except the extremist. Oh, no, you're 100% right. It's just right. And here's the other thing. I mean, a lot of people are going to parrot the things that they believe they're supposed to say. And that's a shame. We don't have enough people that speak their mind anymore. It's a real shame. Yes. Absolutely, Aluvrian. I agree with that statement. Reasonable people agree Gina Carano should not have been fired. That's correct. The 30% should worry us. That's still high. Oh, absolutely, Mr. Tickle Trunk. But again, I believe, and this goes back to what I just said less than a minute ago. Sometimes people just parrot what they think they're supposed to say. Okay, I mean, even presented with valid information, right? And the facts, right? And perhaps they didn't put enough thought into the answer to the question when confronted with the truth. When confronted with the truth, you should be able to recognize things that are false, right? So, if people really knew the facts about WW2, I know which one you're talking about, they would realize with critical thinking that Gina is spot on correct with that post. Facts matter, absolutely. And again, we have abandoned the opportunity to pass on lessons from history to the future, which is to our detriment, and dangerously so. So, I'm actually kind of terrified of it all. So, and L Punk Trace, I know I got the super sticker from earlier for 99 cents, but did I get a chance to bring it up? I don't know. I hope I did. And I know you went to take a nap, so that's cool. But CultureCasino, are you on IG or do you have a channel email I can hit you up? But actually, when we're done with the stream, click on the About tab for the channel and my email. Just click on the email, send me an email. Yeah, it is. I have a domain that I'm starting a website on at some point in time, which is where I'll be able to put all 3 channels content, at least links to it or embedded content there, and be able to do a blog and some other things because I have some ideas, and I'm going to need to promote the film when I actually get a chance to make it and distribute it. But yeah, you can definitely hit me up on that email. It is 1023 at culturecasino.me. 1023 at culturecasino.me. That's my email. So seems my kind of vids on the first few. Yeah. Cool. Less than half listening. Oh no, it's cool, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Thank you. No. It was definitely not something to be sorry about. I'm very thrilled with that take on your part, my friend. I was so looking forward to the Dark Matter Killjoys crossover. Then they canceled Dark Matter to keep. Yeah, I know. Whiny Earp. No. Great. I love that, Philip. If we don't pass on history, we are doomed to repeat it. Absolutely, Terry Rose, you're 100% right. But here's the thing. I guarantee you that everybody's going to be talking about this weekend because numbers matter. I mean, especially something that is balanced the way this is in its methodology of collection. You're going to have an opportunity to see that, again, we're not nearly as divided as things are being depicted. Everything's being misrepresented in narratives nowadays, not news, not information, but narratives from the organizations that are supposed to protect us from, isolating one another. They've abandoned that concept. They've been acquired by people who want to tell the same story in order to, have their influence be spoken. That's a problem, right? News and information used to have to be distributed equitably and in a way that, and then in a way was fact based, and it just isn't anymore. That's a real shame. Yeah. Kristallnacht, but no politics here. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on through that conversation, I can say that the article that was done by Bounding is excellent. The original article on the Daily Wire was also very good, but it does walk through all of those things, and it speaks specifically to the fact that that they looked at other stuff, and we'll look at that real quickly. The poll didn't just look at Disney's firing of Carano, but also looked at a number of controversial actions the company has taken, including their recent announcements. Goodness, I'm reading too quickly. To completely rework Splash Mountain in their parks, as well as significant design changes to Jungle Cruise. I think I mentioned those earlier, right? 64% of Americans oppose Disney's decision to alter their theme park rides, with only 36% approving. That's a lot. Notably, Americans of color also opposed the decision, as well as 60% of Disney fans. Insane. Yeah. By a 63 to 35% margin, Americans believe that companies like Disney have taken political correctness too far. 90% of Republicans, 60% of independents, and 47% of Democrats. And 47% of Americans believe that Hollywood is biased against Republicans and conservatives, including 75% of conservatives themselves. Just 25% of Americans disagree, saying Hollywood is not biased against conservatives or Republicans. Crazy. Again, we don't do politics here. Unfortunately, the story has politics in it. But I just thought it was interesting to look at those numbers and statistics because, again, it's going to be part of the conversation you're going to be hearing all weekend. Believe me, I'm going to talk about this article a bunch, and I'm really excited about it because I got great people to talk about it with, including Lorena Creole, because I'm sure we'll cover this on Friday. Welcome to Florida. Or excuse me, Sunday. Sunday's Welcome to Florida stream. Did I just say Friday? Today's Friday. Got Friday on the brain. I love Fridays. This is the best show I do all week, I think. I love doing the daily shows. Those are a lot of fun. I love doing the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk with Tom. That's a lot of alliteration there. But this is one of the best times. I get it's a complete interaction between us, and I love it. I'm crazy for it. I want to do more of this. I would love to do a 3-hour show every single day. I think that would give me a chance to talk to everybody, feel like we were moving the conversation forward. I would feel like I wouldn't miss things that I want to talk about with the people who are bringing them to me in the chat and stuff like that. So I love it. Yeah. Yeah. we politically corrected ourselves to death. Well, yeah. I mean, you're listening to a lot of people who, present themselves as educated. You can be educated, but and not well-rounded. And that's the problem. These people live in a bubble. They've never been out in the real world, which is the other problem with entertainment right now. They don't have any life experience. You wonder why there's no good writers, no good entertainment right now? Because all they've been brought up on is this political crap, all this ideology. They've never been out in the world. They've never traveled to a foreign country. They don't know what other countries look like. They don't know what other countries believe. They have no concept of these things. And they're very, very simple things. They don't know which countries are actually racist. They don't know that the United States is the least racist and the most tolerant country in the entire world. They don't know these things because they've never been anywhere else. And all they did was listen to somebody telling them this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And that's where we are. But anyway, this is why we should legalize dueling, in my opinion. Well, every time you say that, you tick the meter a little bit further to me agreeing with that statement. I love you, memes. I love you, my man. Brightest day. If we legalize dueling, Jerry McCulloch would run the country. Well, yeah. Have you ever seen that dude's sharp? Man, it's like that gun comes out so fast and gets back in the holster so quickly. It's almost faster than you can perceive it. It's really incredible. Amazing stuff. What is up, Mutant Bam Hammer? What's up for $2 super chat saying, ha ha, super chat. Go, Burr. There you go. Love it. You guys are great. Guys are the best. You're the best. You're the best around. You better pronounce the full Burr. There you go. Did I do it? Super chat. Go, Burr. Did I do it? I think I did it. All right. I recommend traveling if you can. It will open your mind. Absolutely. Okay. Personal story time with Culture Casino. When the boss and I travel, one of the most important things to us is to do what the locals are doing. We go to the local places. We don't follow a tour guide somewhere. We try not to be led around. One of the great things to do in Costa Rica in particular, most recently, well, not most recently, but one of the recent adventures was to just hang out and walk the area that we happen to land upon, and share an adventure of having a meal at a restaurant and having a local adult beverage and things like that. And with that, I need to take a brief pause to grab Grumpy Bear Dog real quickly. Hang on. Grumpy Bear Dog will be making an appearance on the stream as predicted. Come here, bud. I want to say hi to everybody. All right. Can you do this? Can you do this and be good? I think you can. All right. Dad's going to hold you. All right. Grumpy Bear Dog. All right. Let's see where we're at. I want jousting to come back. Actually, I'd be in favor of those kinds of games. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think it'd be something unique and cool. I've always enjoyed the place that you used to go to watch the jousting events and stuff like that. The Dinner in a Show location. The name of that place is slipping my mind. If you don't legalize dueling, then legalize trial by combat. Ooh, that'd be rough. Although, Pedro Pascal made some errors there in Game of Thrones that that could work out. Dude, you're not setting up very good. There. I guarantee you mom's watching right now. The boss. People on the far ends of the political spectrum think that it's a sin to disagree with their worldview, and 80% in the middle are left with a headache. Oh, small time, you speak the truth so very much. Yep, puppy is here, guys. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. The Burr meme is supposed to sound like the noise of a chain gun. Machine gun. The Papa Bear take is good though. Oh, sorry. I'm very dad-like. I apologize. Let's see. There once was a ship put to the sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew up. Her bow dipped down. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow. Did I do it? Did I do it right? My grumpy Corys are all crashes out. Yeah, I wish this one was taking a longer nap, but it seems like every Friday, about an hour and change into the show, it's time to wake up and say hi to everybody. So, yeah. Hail Bear Dog. Absolutely, RC from the NYC. Good to see you all. He's happy to see you. He's so fun. There we go. Hey, as a millennial, I prefer old music like Johnny Cash, etc., not this new stuff. Well, you actually like music. I like it. Actually, there's this McDonald guy, this rapper. You guys probably have heard of him. He's making a lot of sense. I think they actually played one of his songs on FNT recently. So, but yeah. I was expecting a Mastiff or something. No. I had a giant dog. You can ask the boss. It was a mix between a Golden Retriever and a Saint Bernard. When it stood on its hind legs, it was taller than me. Could give you a full-blown bear hug, and weighed, I don't know, 2 times my weight. I mean, this was an enormous animal, and since then it was time to go down in size. But we'll see. Maybe the next one will be a little bigger. I like big dogs. I like small dogs. I like all dogs. I like cats too. I'm weird. I like animals, just all of them. I really like cows because they're tasty. Chickens too, by the way. Bam. Oh, look, a bear cub. I know he looks that way. Oh, you guys are so funny. Yeah, medieval times. Thank you guys. You're awesome. Look at you people. Brilliant. Yes, Kip Ellis. He is the real star of the show. Mm-hmm. What's up, Naughty Monkey or Wrath? Good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you recently. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Appreciate it. You did such a great job with the shanties last time. Come on, I apologize. I'll do one next time. I can't off the top of my head. There once was a maiden. I'll do that one. I'll do that one at some point. I am not Doomcock. Everybody tries to see if I'm Doomcock. If the problem is a-holes, then I say let consulting adults full of hate engage in mortal combat under the doctrine of bodily autonomy. Well, in some states, it's actually still technically legal. I mean, that's a thing that sits on the law. There's new music that's not trash. It's unusual. It's just unusual. It's just usually not popular, i.e., pop music. Yeah, I would say, I learned about a band called Ginger through my buddy Supreme Heretic. You may know him as Drew. He works at Bounding into Comics. He does a show over on Redline Radio, and he has his own channel under Supreme Heretic. And he and I did on his video 2 reviews for a band called Ginger. Their music's awesome if you like, thrash growly metal sound, which, I like everything. I'm eclectic, so I loved that. It was a lot of fun. But it is what it is. Tom McDonald. Yep. Thank you. Canadian rapper. Yep. Fake woke. Yeah. He did, but he's got lots of other stuff. He just did one. He just did one that the title's very similar to a friend of mine's song, Clown World. That one was just out, and that thing hit 3 million like almost immediately as far as views. Dude's making it, man. That's the message right now. And you believe me, the people that are leading this bus are the minority, classical liberals. People that are libertarian, people that are in the middle, people that are lean one way or the other in the middle, because you're going to have that. they're the majority of humans. It's not these extreme poles. The extreme poles are a problem right now for this country because they're tugging everybody around by the nose. Keck44, good to see you, my friend. You guys are making me do political commentary. Please stop. Please stop. What's going on there? There's a story creator for you guys right there. Storyman Jack. Great writer of things, just released his own Western. It's an hour long, I believe, that you should check out. Go check out Storyman Jack channel and check that out. It's awesome. What kind of bear is dog? Pom. Yeah, this is a tuxedo Pomeranian, hence the blaze white on his chest. See, yeah, and little white socks. Yeah, tuxedo Pomeranian. They're cute, and believe it or not, rescue. I got most animals that I end up with rescue. Only one purebred ever. So, but this rescue, he my rescue. So, at 15, by the way, guys, everybody thinks he's a puppy. He's 15. He's 15. Half man, half bear, half dog. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. Ooh, 120-pound Australian Shepherd. I love. Oh, excuse me. Anatolian Shepherd. Holy cow. Wow. That's a big one. Is it a bear? Is it a floof? Is it a dog? Yeah, he's fun. I'm trying to get him to stand on the desk so I don't have to hold him up, but he's not cooperating. Yep, lots of people love Ginger. Yeah. Miniature horses have nothing on miniature bears. I would love to have a real bear. Dude, if you guys seen the otters, everybody shows me these cute little otter things on Twitter. And wow, we are way off subject. Anyway, let's go back into the entertainment, guys. Let's let's get on subject again. What's up, Deej? And Commander Ed Straker is here. Yep. Not sure what I got deleted for, but I apologize. I didn't delete you. That would have been YouTube mods. YouTube mods are out in full force, and they're pretty tight right now, and I don't understand why. I don't know what's going on. Nobody said anything overtly wrong at all. I've seen in the chat. If you were deleted, I apologize. It was not me. And I don't think, I don't know. Anyway, I'm very sorry. Let's move on. We're going to talk a little bit more about Coming to America, which we kind of had a few thoughts about before, right? We talked a little bit about how many people are receiving it. Now, without spoilers, I will tell you, it has been recommended to me that I watch no more than the first 15 minutes. That was told to me by a very smart person named Lorena Creole. Then Mad Mardigan showed up in the chat and said 30 minutes in, he turned it off. That doesn't sound like it's going to bear well. Farewell. Excuse me. I've got bears on the brain. Anyway, so let's take a look at our famous website that we all love, Rotten Tomatoes. Look, it's Coming to America too, and it is 50% with critics, not coming in fresh at all, and it is 47% in audience score. Now, these numbers could have changed. They haven't changed much, but I don't have a lot of hope for this thing. And a lot of people have said that the movie is kind of a rehash of the first one with not anything that's terribly innovative and that the jokes don't land. That's a problem. It's a comedy. It's supposed to be good for everybody. But it doesn't seem to it doesn't seem to be being good for everybody, right? Let me put down the bear dog. Bear dog's probably needing a drink now. Go get a drink, bud. Go get him. Go get him. You can do it. All right. Anyway, so as you can see here, these are not great ratings. I didn't expect a whole lot out of this. I heard some things that made me kind of raise my eyebrows to begin with. But 50% and 47%? Not good. Let's see what some people are saying. Oh, no. We'll have to look at them. 100 plus ratings. Let's look at them. Okay. Scroll over because we know what we're looking at. It says, it had very funny parts, but following a classic is damn near impossible. That being said, I was very entertained. They gave it 4.5 stars with that kind of a review. Questionable. Drew D, whoever this is, said, "What a stinker, PU, terrible movie, what a waste of talent and money. This ranks up there with Eddie's Pluto Nash, crappy movie. Charlie Murphy would give it 2 thumbs down if he was still above ground. Still goes to show you that anytime you put Leslie Jones, Ghostbusters, in a movie, it will be a bomb. She has 0 comedy talent." Weird. Look at this. This is the other side of the poll. Awesome walk down memory lane. First time in forever that a movie has made me laugh like that. 5 stars. Interesting. The other side of that. The original is a classic that makes me laugh every time it's on TV. This movie is an unfunny rehash of stale material, almost unwatchable, such a waste of talent. Looks like there's a lot of these, 1 star, 1.25 star reviews. I wonder why. There's a 0.5 star. Yeah. You keep waiting for a line to be funny, but there aren't any. Wow. So, I'm not inspired to see this. I'm interested in watching one of my fellow YouTubers do a review video on it, and then I'll be more informed. How's that? Because I'm not going to waste my time. I love the original film. I spent hours and hours watching it multiple times, sometimes, in successive order. Back in the days when movie channels would replay movies like 2 or 3 times, or when HBO East and West, you could watch it on the East feed, flip over to West and watch it on the West feed. Those were the days. Anyway, it was pretty cool. So I really, I really loved the film. I thought it was funny. I thought it was great. It didn't bother me that the black guys were dressed up as white guys. None of that crap bothers me. I don't know why it would bother anybody. It was funny as hell. I still thought, White Chicks was, marginally amusing. I know that's probably just me. And I still think Whoopi Goldberg did a really good job of portraying an old white dude in The Associate. And that wasn't too long ago. Ultimately, I don't have a problem with any of this stuff. I don't have a problem with what Robert Downey Jr. did in Tropic Thunder, which is a movie I think you would have a challenge getting a studio to greenlight. I think an independent filmmaker could make it, and I think it would be incredibly popular. It would be huge. It would be huge, hugely. But bigly. Yeah, it would be bigly popular, right? But this film wasn't going to land because I don't know that you could do it again. And there's intersectionality wokeism in it. And I'm sorry. There just is. Reuses are the way to go. Yeah. Aussie Parrot. Yeah. I love, rescues. That's the word. I'm sorry. I didn't see the C. Rescues are the way to go. Absolutely. I love rescue. I've only ever had one purebred, and it was because my stepmother was raising them. So I wouldn't have ever had one before, and it was a Schipperke. So, and although I guess he technically is purebred, it's just he was a rescue. So don't type out the full name of Pom breed. LOL. Oh no, Pomeranian. Yeah, it's a tuxedo Pomeranian. Yeah. I beat my head against the keyboard at the end of WandaVision last night. Well, there you go. There's a proper assessment of it. And again, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything. That's it. That's all I'm going to say on it. Yeah. Is our old religion there? Yep. That is a control. I had a comment about wanting a Lambo deleted yesterday. Az had one in his thumbnail for Hot Toys, and I just wanted to drool over a sexy car. What's wrong with a Lamborghini? Really, a Louvrian? This is nuts, man. Yesterday, I was on 3 different streams. People were talking about their comments being deleted by the YouTube moderator bot, because there's no way a person's picking that up like that. That's just not happening. It's just not what's going down. So, yeah, he's being entertaining. Let's put it that way. Or frustrating. Calm down, buddy. Yeah, the 80s coming to America. Yep. Yeah, can't possibly meet that popularity. It's not going to, because you can't tell the same jokes, and the jokes that you do tell don't land, and that's exactly what happens in this film. So, yep, Eddie Murphy dominated the 80s. Oh, he was the movie star. He was the movie star for a decade. He was a movie star, just like Tom Cruise was a decade long or longer movie star. We don't have a lot of movie stars anymore. We just don't. It's a conversation that Tom and I talk about all the time on the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk. It's it's a rarity to have somebody that has star power, real celebrity, right? Not invented or made up celebrities, people that have, a group of people that follow them around just because of their name. We have, Kardashians in the acting world too. And I have unpopular opinions on that, so we won't go into it. They had to use Danny DeVito. They had to use the other comedian in the original too. White Chicks is one of my favorite movies. Okay, Lorena Creel. A lot of people don't do that. Hold My Poodle. Yes. Eddie Murphy. Yep, absolutely. You guys, we all agree. This is the thing. We have so much in common. The audience, even the people that don't agree with me politically that are out there in the chat, because I know you exist, and that's okay. And again, my politics are not extreme in any way. I believe in liberty. That's not an extreme view. So it's one of those things where we agree on this stuff. It's why we gravitate towards each other. It's why there's 40 people in the chat right now, which I appreciate all of you being here. Hopefully you guys hit liked and shared and all those other things that you're supposed to do. It's approaching 2 million. Yep. Right in time. It's going to have, here's the thing. I mean, just like with the other governor on the other coast, they're having some difficulty. And again, these are entertainment oriented things here, guys. Their opinions have shut down the entertainment business in both of their states. And their actions have led to, in the case of New York, some people's demise. So it's concerning. Bowfinger was interesting. For sure. I'm one of those weird people that like distinguished gentlemen, but I don't know how many people out there are like that. So I guess the woke weirdos missed the idea of Tropic Thunder blackface. The whole idea was how ridiculous it was. Oh, absolutely. And one of the best lines in there is, "What do you mean, you people?" So good. Oh, no, I figured it out. No worries there, Starship, 66 Starship Alien. No worries there. I'm sad that I called this on Tuesday. I so wanted it to be good. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I tried to warn people real softly that I was worried. There you go. And the fact that Leslie Jones is there means it's going to suck and there's no reason to watch it. Well, apparently, according to the article, or excuse me, the review. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my new boss is called Wanda. That's awesome. Don't want to watch WandaVision. Oh, man. Look, wow. Speaking of which, great Wanda titles. A Fish Called Wanda. Great film. Great film. Betty White will save the day. Gosh, I hope she stays with us for 100 more years. 100 more years. Oh, you know what? You hit on it, Jaffo. Lamborghinis are toxic. Oh, they're freaking awesome. I had a message deleted earlier today for referring to the South Park episode with woodland creatures. Really? Man, it's no good. What's up, Dweez? Anytime someone does start to gain a movie star type of status, they hate Bob Mann's bands together to drag them down, it seems. Yeah, absolutely. Guess who was doing that? I mean, they're going after, Pratt, right? They're gonna start targeting people who legit are, on the rise. In fact, if you guys caught, and I'm sure it'll be talked about too on the show, the Bill Burr thing, the Bill Burr interviews, or the Bill Maher commentary from the other day, those are both things that are going to be talked about on the shows tonight. I think you guys know that already, right? And they basically are saying this exact thing. I mean, Bill Burr said, they're waiting for somebody's star to come up, or one of the other comedians that was there was saying this, essentially, that maybe they just sit there and wait for somebody's star to be on the rise, and then they burn them down. I don't think these people want us going through their closets, because we'll find the bones too. And I almost feel like it may have to come to that. I mean, that's kind of what shut down the Me Too movement, right? Starting to get people of high profile implicated. I mean, look at the nothing burger that's going on with, the governor in New York, or the president, the current executive office branch holder at the moment, that theoretically is, I'm not going to go there, is what it is. The Golden Child was excellent. What a great movie. I want the knife. Please. So great. Oh, that's incredibly lazy. Again, I mean, I'm coming up with I'm mixing genres. I'm coming up with a unique idea. It's not going to be like, cowboys and aliens or anything. It's just, you can come up with cool ideas. There's ways to go about things. There's stories to tell. You can have a moral of your story. You can have a you see to me moment, Anyway, it's just damn lazy. Mr. Potato Head was first. Mr. Coffee next. Maybe. Genderless coffee. Non-binary coffee. That's actually not a good out loud thing to say. Stop giving them ideas, Deej. Stop it. I meant to say Falcon, not Hawkeye. Okay. No, you probably are right. If that were overall the predominant thing, but having a third option that was equal to the other two may not be the worst thing in the world. You get more compromise because there could be a lot more balance, be discussion back and forth. Again, it's just a weird place. Let's see. CultureCasino, have you heard, by the way, that they are trying to? Yeah, I heard that. I heard that yesterday. I was like, that's just dumb. Why? I mean, everything around all of these cancellations are an altered narrative that is based on lies. Every single one of these things, you pull a thread on the lie, and it comes apart. Just like with Jeremy Hambley from The Quartering. I mean, he spent 2 days, battling back against just outright lies of this lady and this group that, sided with her. And then they ended up deleting all their stuff because, they were caught up in the fact that, there are legal ramifications when you try to do stuff like that. It's not good. So, what's up, Willie? Good to see you, buddy. Did you hear that story on MEITM about Amazon? Which one? The mustache one? Or the one that I reported on a couple of days ago with the fact that they have a senior level person of color that is suing them. They're suing the pants off of them for toxic work environment, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there were like 3 allegations of badness against Amazon. Weird. I'm more afraid of the accessories we might find in their closet rather than the skeletons. We'll have to see. I was not racist or bigoted or abusive toward that car. It was a hot ride. Oh, absolutely. Lambos are very hot rides. Woohoo! Dude, okay, so I had an opportunity at a point in time in my life to buy a Lotus Elise, which is awesome. If you've ever seen them, yeah, it wasn't a practical purchase. I restrained myself and didn't buy it. But I wanted it. I wanted that car. Twitter is like the sun. You fly too high, and like Icarus, they'll burn the wax and keeps your wings on. That keeps your wings on. Oh, absolutely. 100% true. Now we're talking about cars in the chat. So great. CultureCasino. Genderless coffee still sounds better than Walton's Best Brew. I don't know. Interestingly enough, in a very short period of time, you will be able to purchase a real ituration of Walton's Best Brew. You think I'm kidding? It'll happen. Keep your eyes out. Storyman Jack for $4.99. The Western is about family, doing the right thing. Homecoming is next. What happens when we set out to find another Earth? But there isn't one. There isn't one. That's a great story, man. Like you said, I'm going to keep promoting your stories, man. I think that you're criminally undersubbed. I think people need to find their way to you, and then they can find enjoyment in, stuff that's not written with a narrative in mind other than the story that you're telling. I mean, you're going to have a narrative in a story, but you're not going to have an agenda. I love the way you do things, man. I'm going to keep promoting you and everybody else that's got a channel out there. So, what if Chris Pratt goes to the Daily Wire and makes a movie he wants to make? I look at that place and I say, artistic freedom, anyone? You know what? Here's the thing. If you listen to Cameron Pasha and other people in the industry who, are spread out amongst all of our channels, they will tell you there are more people that fall on the side of not the current political agenda crap, but are fall in line with us. They just want good entertainment. They're tired of the politics. They believe that this kind of crap leads to the destruction and divisiveness that we're experiencing right now. And I mean, it clearly does. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's the whole point of it. But I do think that people are going to look for creative freedom, and I think you would see an exodus. I think there could be to varying types of independent creative houses. And their ability to distribute is the thing that becomes the next step, the next stumbling block. Because it could be that Hollywood decides, okay, well, we're going to take our ball and go to streaming. Okay, something's going to go in the theaters. Okay, something's going to go in the theaters. And then if you make something that's a smash hit, you don't think a studio is going to come knocking at the door saying, we would like to put this on the platform? And when you write the contract with them, you say you can't change it nor alter it in any way. Not in any way. Can't put a content warning in front of it. Can't do anything. That's part of the distribution deal. If you want rights to this, none of this crap can get anywhere near it. Can't change it in any way. Can't put a content warning before or after anywhere close to it. Again, get your team of lawyers to saddle up. So it would need to be even with the other two, the party that splits went over. Yeah, that's fine. I think it would still end up balanced because you'd have people in the middle that would vote again, like most people do now, based on ideas. Well, not most people, many people vote based on ideas and not a person. I mean, sometimes I guess you can vote on what their record is, elect them based on their record of doing good services and deeds. But here's the other thing. We have too many laws. How about we don't write laws for 5 years? How about that? Think about that deeply. Pretty easy thought. Best advice on how to find consistent success as a new creator. Just keep creating daily, regularly. Stick to the same pattern every day. So if you start off making videos and releasing them at 12 o'clock on Monday, always do that. Always do that. If you're going to produce videos every day, release them at the same time every single day that you did it before, and just be consistent. That's consistency. Try to keep if you're doing live streams, try to keep them tightly controlled. I've let this one go on about 15, 18 minutes longer than normal. And that's okay. I'm having a good conversation. I'm not keeping anybody away from anybody others that might be interested in other conversations, but I will be ending the live stream in 11 minutes because I want people to have the opportunity to go enjoy other successful creators out there. Not that I'm gaining success. I'm not terribly successful, but thank you for that. But yeah, the best advice is and make videos and talk about things on live streams that you're passionate about, that you actually have a take on. Don't invent something. Don't wedge yourself into every controversial subject. Sometimes you'll be inclined to do that, especially with something that's hot that can make your channel grow. Well, you can definitely dip your toe into that, but if you don't have a strong take, nobody's going to care. So at least this is what I'm doing. I'm listening to people that are successful, people that I'm feel closer to every time I get a chance to hang out with them. Comics Division, and Tom Midnight's Edge, and then there's amazing people like Gary who give you great advice. If you're on a member stream with Gary and you ask him questions, he answers you. Good dude. Gary's one of the best. Nerdrotic, man. Again, Friday Night Tights works because of the people they've put together, and it grows every week, and it's going to continue to grow. Can you imagine being in there with 10,000 people? At the rate of growth, we could be there in 2 months, kids. We could be seeing 10,000 people in a Friday Night Tights stream. They deserve it. They deserve more. We all deserve that. I'm ready for the flight. And the one that takes me off this decrepit dirt ball, yeah, I know. Actually, Elon Musk is being stymied by the federal government now, instead of being the federal government being grateful for, a space program that they really are not deeply invested in. Elon's probably going to take that thing to another place so that he can get to Mars before anybody. And there's a segment of the population that will go and live there and just die there. And he'd be the first generation of Earth citizens to reside and pass away on another planet. Hell, we could have entire generations born there under the proper circumstances. I don't think it's that far away. You're gonna end up with a lot of 3D printed, large scale 3D printing stuff that will be essentially make all of that possible. That's a conversation for another time. I love to do that on another stream, guys. I really would. Yeah. I want to leave. A lot of people do, Gran Akuma. A lot of people do. Yeah, Cameron not being on Twitter is going to be a problem. I want him on one of the Tuesday tirade shows. I'm going to have Tom reach out to him and try to get him on there. I know he's really busy. Hollywood can't go to streaming only because they're too in bed with China. No matter what China feels with mental disorders, Hollywood can't escape them now without a full 180. They're going to have to, because we're going to start seeing more and more people putting pressure on them, including myself, about the stuff that China has said recently. Again, we are the most inclusive and tolerant country in the world, and we have been for years and years and years and years and years. We have more diversity than any other country on the planet. We just do. We just do. All right, guys, we're about to wind down. You guys have really loaded up. I love it. You guys are so great. Warning, this stream may make you think. Yeah, I apologize, Philip. I like that. I like to make people think. Yeah, everybody's getting ready for their flights because we're about to close down, guys. Be sure to check out other independent creators like my buddy here, Storyman Jack. Yeah, some are great, and some are good. I'm never going to say they're bad, Storyman, but you just keep doing that. Yep, I've seen 8K before in FNT. Yeah, wait for 10. 10's on the way. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it really would have been. Lotus Elise are hot rides, hot cars. Man, they were skateboards. I mean, if you ever had a chance to drive one, they made the Esprits. They made the Esprits look a little more clunky and boxy. The Elises were elegant little. Ooh, man, elegant cars. Oof. Thinking is hard. My brain hurts. Yeah, let's think some more. Let's do some more of that. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was a great ride. Oh, it still is in Disneyland. It's still there. Not for much longer. Changes coming there too. That'll be the day people lose their mind. Because when it happened in Florida, you had an uprising. You will see giant uprising in California. You absolutely will. Absolutely will. I disabled Budgie. Oh, a little parakeet type. He rode around on my jacket pocket. He talked to me. I'd give him special treats. I love birds. Are great, man. They really are. Especially if you're not allergic to them. Some people are allergic to that. I really liked cockatoos because they could utilize both of their mandibles. They're a really interesting bird in the parrot family. They really are. Depends on how things go. WW2 had to completely cease operations with enemies. I don't think we're there, and I don't think that's the way things will go down. I'm only getting ready for Raids of the Lost Ark. Been a long, tiring week with yard work and crap. I need a nap. Well, good for you, Shadzar. Get one. We've got a long day in front of us. So, yeah, the Lotuses were good cars, too. Culture, has your hair ever been this long? Absolutely, much longer. This is nothing. This is nothing. And the problem is that when the humidity picks up, it gets bigger. I already have thick hair. I don't need more bigger hair. But there's a story to go along with this hair, and at some point it'll be a little shorter. And we will talk about that. That's going to be a members only video that's coming in the future here, just a little bit. Thank you, Jaffo. Love you too. Love all of you guys. I think we're going to have Yeah, they're going to need an arena, and I think we're going to do it. I mean, we were on track to do it. If this thing hadn't happened, everybody would have been in Vegas. I was going to be there with the boss. We were going to, hand out stuff and hang out and do all that fun stuff, and I can't wait to do it. I really want to do that really soon, really, really soon. Ooh, look at this, Illuvian. I've got a half-written sci-fi western. I've had sections of it published as short stories, but haven't had time to finish it. 20 minutes a day. I'm still pissed, Mr. Toads. I know. You and I talk about it all the time, Lorena. You and I talk about it all the time. That was so dumb. If 3D printing keeps coming along, it's going to take a substantial bite out of Games Workshop. Absolutely. There's no reason you can't print your own miniatures now. In fact, I can do it in resin or in filament-based printing. Now I can carve them on a 3D carver. There's no reason to buy that stuff anymore. In fact, I'm getting to the point now where I'm thinking, some of these Hot Toys things can be easily replicated in a large enough resin, and it's really easy to build a resin printer, believe it or not. Just need a really high grade 4K screen. There's a lot of stuff that's easy to do, guys. We just don't do it. Culture Mars will be settled in our lifetime. That makes me giddy. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And yes, it does. It gets curlier. It gets absolutely, yeah. In fact, it's starting to do the ringlet thing now, where it just starts to twist. So, I'm sorry. My comment was more about see if we see the decline that we are seeing now in the virtuous of the populace in the libertarian society, it would lead to neo-feudalism. No, absolutely. Yeah. No, I may have took it wrong, but no, I see both sides of that for sure. Yeah, definitely devolve. Yes, I know you went to Vegas anyway, Jake D, and I thought about it. It's not that far of a drive. I considered it. Oh, here we go. Get with Malton. There are several creators, and one in particular at My Nerdy Home who we love. Steph is great, who had to start a new channel due to issues with YT support. Talking about doing subscriptions telethon. Okay, let's do it. She deserves it. She should have been monetized long ago. It's been a year that she's qualified for. So it's garbage. Oh, Man of War was in Vegas too. We're going to do it, guys. We're going to do it. Yeah, the Esprit was a great car opto racer. It really was. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so very much. You guys are absolutely the best. I couldn't do this without you. None of us could. I always have so much fun just talking with you guys. It makes for a great day. And unfortunately, again, with Midnight's Edge doing their thing right now, it always cuts a little bit into the audience today, but that's okay. I love those guys, and I'll be rewatching the part of their stream that I missed. I encourage you to check out, if you haven't already seen Lorena Creel's visit with the Place to Be Reviews, my buddy Etep. Please check that out. Go back and just go through other people's stuff. There's so much out there with so many great creators. You have people in the chat right now like Jake D, who's got a great channel. You've got my buddy that I've highlighted a few times here, Storyman Jack. You've got Moira Kitty. You've got, again, Lorena Creel. Just so many other people here. I mean, even I think I've even seen... Kate. Kate's going to start doing streams, right, Kate? That would be Rowan Ginger Raven to you and me. But I want each and every one of you that wants to have a voice on the platform to go out and do it, because we need more. We need more and more and more and more. And MTax Shark, thank you for stopping in, and thank you for becoming a member. I think that was yesterday. I really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, do the most important things that I always say, which is be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye. Thank you. See everybody at Friday Night Text.